Hey, hello everyone. It's Jay at Lived and Learned DIY. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this video. Glad you guys are tuning in with me. So today I got a project on the slate that I'm really proud of. This is for the Southern Baptist Convention, the Kentucky Disaster Relief Program. These people don't travel just to Kentucky, they travel all over the United States after storms, floods, tornadoes, all kinds of disasters, and they take a lot of things out. They take food, they prepare food, clothes, shelter. They do a lot of things for a lot of people, and I'm glad to be a part of that, at least on this end of things for now. Our church donates quite heavily to this organization as well. And so today I'm going to show you what I'm working on. So I'm going to be putting graphics on this 4500 Dodge. But first we got to get the truck clean, and also what we've got to do here is we've got to remove the word Ram, because the graphic goes right through that area. So we're going to remove that. I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay, so what I was saying was that I've got to take off this word Ram, this emblem, these letters that stick out, because there's a graphic that goes right through this area. So I'm going to give you a little pro tip today. I'm going to show you how to do that. So here we go. So first of all, what I'm using to keep from damaging the paint, I know it's going to be really hard for you to see this, but this is fishing line. It's a 50-pound test, so it's pretty thick stuff, but it won't damage the paint on the vehicle. So what I always do, I get me a clean section, I wrap around my fingers a couple times. Now take it here almost like you're flossing your teeth. You just go back and forth in a sawing motion. Now this does not damage the vehicle or the letters actually, so you just keep going back and forth, and it's still there, right? But it has cut loose this glue, and there you go, cleaned off letter, everything's ready to go. So now I'll just do that 2 more times. Like so. And like so. And that's step 1 of getting the letters off. Now you can see we got a little bit of a mess with the old double-sided tape here, but I'm also going to show you a tip for getting that off. You knew I would. Okay, so I'll share a little funny story with you. I'm kind of feel like I'm yelling at the camera, but it is raining extremely hard right now, and I'm in a metal building with fiberglass skylights, and it is so loud. So you're probably going to hear that on camera. I'm sorry about that. I went out Saturday and recorded an entire video, and the wind was blowing so hard you couldn't hear me. So that was kind of a wasted time. But look at this. You can see this out my door. It's coming a monsoon. So I'm going to try to record this and talk loudly over the rain, I hope. I will see what happens when I edit. But anyway, we're going to get started taking that glue off the letters. Okay, so here's our sticky double-sided tape that's still left behind, and obviously you don't want to damage the vehicle when you take that off. So a good option to take that off with is one of these. You guys have probably seen me use this for. It's called a little chiseler. Also, I've got a set of these tools. They're emblem removal tools. Show you good. There you go. See, it's a thin blade, and then it goes to a point on the end. These are from Harbor Freight. I think there's 3 or 4 of them. Comes to set. They're all different widths and sizes. But anyway, the point being is that you want to make sure that you don't scratch the vehicle. I mean, if you scratch this door and have to have it repaired, it could be hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to repair that. You just don't want to do that. I mean, everybody knows that. But anyway, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you how to take that off. We're going to use the plastic tools and not damage the paint. So let me get started on that for you, and we'll go through that process. Okay, so I'm going to start with this Harbor Freight scraper right here, and I'm just going to start gently removing this adhesive tape, this double-sided tape. Now you can see the metal of the door flexing as I'm putting pressure on it, because newer vehicles, they use really thin steel and really thin aluminum to build these vehicles. So it flexes a lot, but you just gotta be careful not to dent the door. But you know, you're trying to spread the load out across a bigger area, so that shouldn't happen. you would have to put a really hard push on it with a really, like the point there, to create a dent. But anyway, so there's the first layer. Now we still got a lot of glue left, but we're going to take this on off here. Okay, so we've got the bulk of the big thick stuff off here. So this is just glue left now. So what I'm going to use is this adhesive remover. I'll leave a link in the description of what this exactly is, and I've actually got a little thing on another video about this stuff. But anyway, for this video and this purposes, we're just going to spray this on. It doesn't take much of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to soak the letters down, and then we're just going to wait. And that will loosen up this glue right here. And then we're going to take this tool. Now this tool is plastic as well, little chiseler. I don't know if you can see that right there, little chiseler. It's very sharp on the edges, but it's not sharp to where it will cut. It actually does have a radius corner on it here, but it's still sharp. So what you want to do is take this and kind of in a scraping, sawing motion, start removing this glue. So there's the first or second layer, as it were. So we're going to take that off. I've got a rag here in the floor. You can't see that I'm dropping that on. So anyway, I'm going to put a little bit more adhesive remover on it and move on to my next letter. Okay, so as you can see, I've gotten almost all of the glue off. Now the center part, top part of this A has been just a little bit stubborn, and we got just a little bit here, but that's all right. I can show you how to get rid of that pretty easily. Okay, so to deal with this stubborn glue, a little bit that's left over, I get me a microfiber towel. I spray the area again, lightly. Then I take my towel and I just rub. There's a little bit of residue left, so we'll go back in here and get after it again. And there you go. It's like it never was there. So the reason it's so important is that, well, first of all, you want to put out a good product. Second of all, you want to be reliable, but you don't want to damage customers' vehicles. Obviously, I mean, yeah, that's going to be covered up by a stripe, but let's say that this company uses these trucks and they decide to sell them, they pull it back off, and there's all this damage under the stripe. I mean, that's not a good look on you or your company or anything else. So you want to make sure that you take care of the customer's vehicle first and foremost, and then give them what they are asking for. So we're going to clean this whole area. I've got a logo goes right here, stripes that go back 3/4 of the door, all the way through this door into this fender well molding here, this widened fender well, and then it gets it on the other side, and then it's got a right here we got toolboxes, and that's where their unit numbers go. So I'm going to record some of that also, and just kind of let you guys watch me work a little. Okay, so I'm back from lunch. I got this truck behind me cleaned during before I went to lunch, and it's been drying. I've been sitting here drying. Everything's nice and clean and shiny. It's almost a brand new truck. But anyway, so I want to show you what I got done. I didn't record this, but I'm going to record the other side. So I got the stripes and the logos on the vehicle, and wow, the lady that designed these, kudos to her. These pop. These graphics really pop. That bright yellow there on the logo, and then that dark blue, such a contrast to the yellow. Really good. Look good. You're not going to miss this thing going down the road. So I'm gonna walk over here to the other side for you. And I'm going to actually record this on a time lapse so you can kind of see the process. And then I've got a bunch more of these trucks to do, so I may actually get into some more specific details on exactly what goes on with the installation. But this one I'm just going to time lapse for you. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I know from my measurements on the other side, we're going to be 12 1/4 from the door seam up to this logo, and 1/4 inch off of this body line. So I'm going to put it where it looks close to 1/4, and then 12 inches, 12 1/4 inches over here. So here's the nifty thing I've got. We got these things, and you can see, well, I said you can see. Here we go, kind of make it out. These are magnetic. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 magnets in them, and they're super strong. Listen, and then they're really hard to pull off. That's what I use to hold my graphics in place until I get them the right measurement, and I can move them around without having to peel tape back and forth loose. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little pro tip here again. See this green tape? If you look really close at it, you can see it's got like a little red line inside of it. And what that is kind of like fishing line almost. So this guy came up with this idea to embed like a fishing line inside tape and use it to cut with, so you're not having a razor blade or any kind of sharp object on a vehicle. It's a fabulous idea. He sold the patent to 3M. 3M makes it now, so this dude's doing well, but it's a great invention. So what I do with this, I pull it down here, take my thumb right here and press down really hard, and then give it a really, let me do it this way. Press down really hard and give it kind of a tug, and that breaks the tape right here, and then you just pull it like that. And watch this. This is the coolest thing. This is my spacing tape, so watch. Clean cut. That's as clean as it gets. Look at that. So, last thing you have left to do is pull this green other half of the tape out. Push that down. Look at that. Very professional, very clean cut. Not have to worry about any kind of peeling or anything going on there from jagged cutting, and we certainly didn't damage the paint underneath because nothing ever touched the paint except tape. So that's my pro tip for today. Okay, so here it is. We got the truck done, and wow, it looks great. And I'm not saying because I did it. The lady that designed the graphics for it did a killer job with the colors, using their logo colors and their stripes. And then we got our unit number on a nearly brand new truck. Boy, this thing's sharp. 4500 Ram, heavy duty. And then we got the other side over here. The sun's kind of hitting it, come through my skylights there. Still got to put the unit number right there on the toolbox, but other than that, this one's done, ready to go. And I couldn't be more happy with the way it turned out. So I'll show you what we got here. That's one of, I think, about 6. I have 4 here in my possession right now. So as you can see there, sorry about that sun, it's probably catching on the camera pretty bad. But anyway, here we've got 2 Fords and another Ram. And just like that, the sun is out, the wind is blowing again, and it's really nice outside. But it's been coming to flood all day. So we'll pull that truck outside, get started on the new one, another truck. I'm gonna try to knock this whole project out today if I can. I'd really like to get that done. I have the Fire Chief's new truck coming tomorrow. Gonna put new stripes on it, reflective and gold leaf. Kind of excited about that. So I'll get a little more footage, maybe some detail work of what I'm doing on the stripes on these trucks. It's pretty straightforward, but still, I may get some more footage for you. But that's it. That's what we're doing right there. So it's a good project.